But what I'm gonna tell you is this, and this is my whole point. Were you wrong for having a business entrepreneurial attitude and perspective to this? No, you wasn't. What I think the disconnect was and is that Brandon in some ways gatekeeped us from being a part of what he was building. Now, to your point, I hear you loud and clear. Like, bro, I'm investing my money. I'm coming up with my ideas. I'm letting you guys know as much as you guys are able to digest what I'm trying to tell you. But if the conversation was more like, yo, even if it's not with I Am Athlete, right? Or my production company, let me help you create your own.
All right, so
Right?
hold on, no, let me tell you this. So first, again, I want to reiterate that I think Channing Crowder is super talented, and I told him this to his face that he could be the next Joe Rogan. He can represent the culture there. So I'm super excited about what he's doing. Ocho's always been him. Yeah. He's a pioneer. When we talk about, you call me a pioneer, he's a pioneer when it comes to digital. And he and our relationship is good from a personal standpoint. So like there's no beef there, nothing there. Fred Taylor, definitely disappointed. Ryan Clark, definitely disappointed. So there is mixed emotions, okay? But I think they're super talented. They deserve everything that they have.
They have a great show, bro.
And
it's working. The production that they're doing, it's a great show.
They're doing a good job. And so I say all that to say this is, I invested $300,000 in my 5-year roadmap. Boston Consulting Group is the #2 consulting firm in the world when it comes to, helping businesses at all levels build out whatever they need. For me, I couldn't tell the financial story, right? Because when I first started this, House of Athlete took off, I Am Athlete took off, and at Elysian Park Venture. So the Dodgers are the biggest investors behind that's WME and the Dodgers. They reached out to me and they said, you know what, we love what you're doing, we want to invest. So at the time, I was getting executive coaching from a partner at BCG. And he said, listen, you can go over here, because there was a few agencies like, hey, we want to invest 10 million, we want to do this. You can do that, or you can go down this venture world, but you're not going to be able to tell the financial story. And you're either going to mess up the deal or you're going to get taken advantage of. So what I advise you to do is really say no and put together the plan. And it's going to cost you $300,000. I chose to do that. And when I did that, I then presented the plan to everyone. And so like Channing looked at me respectfully, and I don't feel any way. That's what I love about Channing. He's always real. That's why he's good in front of the camera, because that's who you get, is vulnerable and it's authentic. Mm-hmm. And so he looks at me, he's like, I don't believe in this. I don't believe in this. I don't want no part of that. I just want to do the podcast. And I'm like, well, respectfully, bro, the company that I'm building is this, right? And so that's where he and I didn't mesh and we didn't see eye to eye. It's like, I want to do multiple shows. I do believe in brick and mortar. I do believe in studio. So it was a more of an alignment issue there, okay? So when you talk about like plan and helping out, I presented, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
We all can invest, right? You guys invest in other companies. You guys are doing other things. We can do that here. And that just didn't align for what they wanted to do.
Yeah. And and I'm moving on from it. Bro, this rage of this energy of like, bro, they're doing some good shit.
100%.
Right? You're doing some good shit. Right. I started Funky Friday because I saw what you did with I Am Athlete.
Right.
I am also inspired by what I see on The Pivot. Mm-hmm. I'm also inspired by what I see on All the Smoke.
That's right.
I'm also inspired by what I see on
The Shop.
The Shop. right? Or who's killing it right now? My guy.
Kelsey, Pat Beverly.
The Heights.
There's so many.
All that. And it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's so many different things that you can draw inspiration from. And for you to be such a businessman, smart businessman at that, you nuke all that by being affected by what they're doing. Because in my opinion, Brandon, the business side of that, how you explained it, it's like, bro, I tried to bring y'all in. Y'all wasn't trying to fuck with it. You see what I'm saying? I see that. And I'm like, yo, bro, but I also can empathize with Fred T. I also can empathize with Channing and just everything else.
So you had a conversation with him, right?
Yes, sir.
So you say you can empathize with him. Mm-hmm. So what part of Fred Taylor's story and Channing Crowder's story do you understand and do you get?
I feel like they were a part of building I Am Athlete to relevance.
Okay.
100%. So for what it's worth, I do think compensation is needed.
How much?
That is something that is contingent that's the question that you guys should have had. If I was Fred T, if I was Channing, I was like, hey, yo, bro, like, let's keep it a buck. Like, okay, cool. You don't want to, if I don't want to bring no money in, but bro, I would have came at you on this. We started at this date. We took off at this date. It was off of the efforts of not only just you, but me too.
That's right.
Right?
100%.
And let's go by the numbers and let the numbers dictate. If it says I'm worth 25%, give me 25%. But you would say, but if it's worth 3%, I'm gonna give you 3%. Is that a deal? Cool, boom, boom, boom. That's how all the emotional shit would have been taken care of. You have not, so you said 3 names. Cam Newton, Deion Sanders, Rick Ross.
And so many others. Dwayne Wade, so many others. Yeah, the whole season 2.
And
our breakthrough year.
And you were not even able to be compensated for that.
Well, we were for a couple of months, and then, obviously
it got flat.
Alicia and the production company start flagging the channel.
But this is what I would say to this. And this is where the adult comes out of me. The businessman comes out of me. Y'all did more harm emotionally than help financially. Because if Alicia, Brandon are able to, okay, cool. I believe in fairness, right? Fuck egos, fuck all that other stuff. Nobody's winning now.
I wouldn't say that.
No, I'm talking about with this past content. Nobody's winning.
Right.
Right?
Well, you know what? I disagree. I think that the way some may view it is, I don't view it this way. Because remember, what I stood on and what I pitched from day one was, it's unity and do it together.
Yeah.
Build one entity, and we could potentially be sitting on $1 billion valuation. Right, in 5 to 7 years.
But that's you, Brandon.
I know that is me, but what I'm saying is now it's about competition for some, right? So some are looking at it like, well, if this person's losing and if I'm winning or vice versa, then that's the name of the game. But that's where we lose, right? Like, I think all of us, we should all control our own IP, own our IP, but we should be collectively as athletes sitting down working together. The same shit that we be talking about and doing. Yo, like, all right, I'll come over here, repost this, pollinate and promote, do this, boom, boom, boom. That's how we all should be thinking.
But I'm gonna get to that, but to close this out, what I mean, nobody's winning right now because that was beautiful content. That's golden content.
Yeah.
And you can't post it because of her. She's not going to post it because of you. And this is something that just requires a big boy, big girl conversation.
Well,
and that's all I'm. We can agree to disagree.
No, I agree with you. But here's what I would say to you on that. I own the content. That's my content. Hold on, listen to me. It's about what? It's battles and wars. I'm trying to win a war here.
Okay.
Hold on, listen to me.
I
Hold
have
on,
to
hold on.
also give you perspective. Make your point so I can give you perspective.
And what I mean by that is, if taking down that content for a season, and I'm talking about this season that I'm in right now, right, is going to keep me from my channel getting flagged. Because my number one form of distribution is YouTube, and then the second form is SiriusXM, is radio. So if I take that down so they don't continue to flag my channel, right, until I'm in a position to go then where I have time to sit down and have the capacity to go to war and fight that out and show like that this was paid, that was paid, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's okay. So that content is owned by me and it will be back up in the future. But right now, I don't even have the capacity and time to sit down and fight over a Cam Newton episode, a Deion Sanders episode. I just don't have it. So it makes sense for me right now because, like when I said, like this is the toughest time to be an entrepreneur, the second toughest time in the history of the world to be an entrepreneur. You think I got 90 employees, and then for every 90 people on my team, we're also responsible for 2 to 3. Okay? You think I got time to be battling with them in court and this and that?
Okay.
I don't have time.